Minoritized Youth and Their Socially Just Work by Dr. Gina Ko.
Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk about my PhD research. And I had the honor of working with 6 female youth in a high school, and they all identify as Muslim. It was one of the most amazing and impressive experiences of my graduate degree because these youth in grade 11 and grade 12 would talk about their passion to join a social justice leadership program and how come it's important to speak out against racism, Islamophobia. They talk about how Islamophobia is real and it's absolutely unacceptable and anger provoking that people even question that. And some of these youth have chosen to wear a hijab and to show that they are proud of who they are, to show their spiritual and religious beliefs. And some of them have told me that at times it was a difficult decision because they wanted to sometimes in their younger years blend in and belong and not be othered. However, it was around the upper elementary years and into secondary school they realized that is important for them to wear the hijab and to tell the world, yeah, who they are, and it's a part of their identity. Um, this research project uses photo voices methodology and also participatory action research because some of the research questions, well, I have 2 research questions. I actually went back to ask them, what do you think about these questions? Same as the interview questions that I compose, I make sure that they're involved and immersed. Through the process, I have learned that young people have so many strengths. They have their own ideas. They're socially just. They want to make the world a better place, and they're really brave. I've learned a ton from from the youth in this my research study. Beyond my learning, I really think that it's important for these youth's voices to be heard because they talked about the dangers of dehumanizing an entire cultural group. They talked about, the violence they have seen since 9/11 and how their whole, and yeah, again, entire cultural group became othered and hated. And now reflecting back, it's um, at times quite intense for me because what's going on during this pandemic, where now Asians are being othered, right? Um, and in my other video, I talked about that and how even some of my family members are afraid to go outside, less because of the virus and more because of racism. So it's really important to come together, many racialized groups and allies to come together to speak up against all forms of racism. Um, and through the past few years, I have learned that doing something is crucial. Doing something is crucial, whether it is speaking up in, when I'm around people I know who may be making a comment that generalizes or demeans a cultural group. A part of my new project, which I have spoken about before, is my podcast, Against the Tides of Racism. I have in my bio the website link. Currently, again, I'm working with many racialized guests. Most recently an Indigenous scholar, and I'm also going to be speaking with my peers who are from South Asia and my peers who identify as Black Canadians or however they would like to say, this is how I identify, Gina. It's really important to ask those questions as well. To summarize, as counselors, as therapists, it's absolutely important to when we sit with a client, to explore their cultural identity, to be curious, to use cultural humility, to use cultural sensitivity. And I can imagine if one of my co-researchers in my PhD project was sitting in front of me and she's one of my clients. And if I gloss over their socially just passions, and if I don't acknowledge aspects of their identity that's important to them, it would be doing her a disservice. And lastly, I think there needs to be so much more love and compassion and kindness in the world. And as therapists and counselors, we are the people who hold that safe space, who do bear witness to our clients' pain and who do walk alongside. And I hope you keep some of my experiences in mind when you sit in front of a client. Thank you.